Hey guys, welcome back to Adventure Camping. Tactical Nut here, and yes, out here once again in your worry. Just got the hammock set up and the tarp set up, and it's a little bit of a hot one today, but we are going to have fun. I'm not going to do a huge amount while I'm out here. Really just wanted to get outside. We just recently moved, and I tell you what, that was so time consuming and just life consuming in general that I didn't have a chance to really do much of anything. So I just wanted to be able to get outside and spend some time outdoors and just relax really. I might do a short hike, maybe just a couple hours today, because I am trying out the Zero shoes. These are called the Z Trails. I mentioned them in the last video about wanting to get closer to the feel of barefoot. So this is, I think, a good step in the right direction. So we're going to see how they work out. Got a lot of knives to test. As you can see here, I got the Mora Eldris hanging around the neck. Used it to clean up some tent stakes from the last time I was out here, because luckily nobody burned them this time. And yeah, just can't wait to be out here. Glad to take you along. Hope you enjoy it. So stay tuned for more fun, or whatever else it is I'm going to do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've been hiking just a little bit. Just wanted to mainly to test out these Z Trails to see. Okay, sorry, checking the camera to see if it was recording. To see how these are. I've been wearing them for a little over a week around the house, going shopping and all that kind of stuff, all during the move, and they've been really great for that. And the reason why I'm only doing a short hike is because they say, I guess you have to build your feet up to it, getting used to it. And so right now, that's where I'm hiking. I wanted to take some more of the dirt trails and stuff, but a lot of them are kind of overgrown. And when that happens, so do chiggers. So I'm going on vacation next week, so I kind of want to avoid chiggers at all costs. I mean, I hose my legs down with some DEET, so that should take care of it anyway. But since it's so hot and I'm sweating a decent amount, I just really didn't want to risk something like that, because that would make vacation pretty miserable. But I'm going to give you a look at what they look like. They're really thin, only about 10 millimeters. They have some that are thinner. They're also less expensive, but they all get a 5,000 mile warranty. But this one, since I do a lot of hiking in the woods and over gravel and stuff like that, I figured this was probably the smarter way to go for testing out this type of process. So I know I mentioned it in my last video that I was going to do it, and that was a little over a month ago since the last time I was out. So yeah, they did come in, and been rocking them so far and enjoying them. It's definitely a completely different feel. I will say that, completely different than any other sandal that I've worn, but still really comfortable and really grippy, really good traction with these and stuff. So yeah, I'm definitely curious to see how this works out long term, and I will keep you posted every step of the way to let you know in case this is something that you may be interested in. I think it's a really cool idea, really smart idea actually. All right, let's get a little bit of distance. All right, I just saw some deer right over there, so we're going to try to walk quietly, see if we can catch them. Oh, the trees are going to get too thick to see, I bet. It didn't sound like they ran too far. It sounded like two of them, but I only saw the tail of one. Well, it stinks. I was actually going to have a chance to show y'all some. Since every time I come out here I complain that I don't ever see any. Or even any signs of any. And so last time I saw a doe and her fawn. Hold on. And then this time, just walked up a couple. Oh well. I think some clouds have been rolling in. It's gotten a lot darker. Right now it's only 5 o'clock. Oh well, I guess I lost it. Sorry everybody. I was going to try. But, tell you what, we've only been walking for half an hour, but these sands are awesome. I mean, you feel the rocks, don't get me wrong, but it's not nearly as bad as what I thought it might be. You just watch where you step a little more often. But I am on the Super Tree Trail, taking different parts of this multiple times. I've been on this part before, but I'm not sure I filmed any on this area. If you ever come out to Uwharrie, there is no shortage of hiking areas. I'll tell you what, a lot of trails out here, and you can actually get some pretty decent long distance hikes if you wanted to. I think the Uwharrie Trail itself is 20 to 23 miles one way. So, a lot of options. Alright, well, if I get to see anything else that's cool, I'll bring you back. Alright, so I've got supper cooking over there with the Transgia stove and a little bio stove that I've had forever. I'm getting ready to pull those off. Already started cutting some firewood. Testing out the new Cold Steel Warhawk. I think I showed it in the last video. This thing is a chopping demon when you need it. I mean, it's doing really well so far. Of course, I've been cutting a lot of it with the Silky Gomboy, just like I've been using in a lot of the past videos. Still loving it. But right now, I am a little bit tired, but mostly just really hungry. So I'm going to get something to eat, and then when I'm done with that, we will get back at it and get to some fire building, and because I got some new products from Pine Fire that I've got to try out, and I want you to see how they rock. All right, get back to it. All right, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to be testing out this by Pine Fire. It's called Slag. Hopefully you can tell the ooey sticky goodness that's in this thing. So what I'm going to do is dig some out, put it on this piece of paper, lay it on top of here. We don't need that much. And then see how well this stuff works. But I can tell you just from the sticky texture that you can see in there, I almost don't even have to use it to tell you it's going to rock. But it'll just be for me to find out how easy is this going to be to light. Hopefully it will be a breeze with a fire. And so if you can tell, I guarantee this is going to have no issues getting the fire started. And you almost can barely even tell I took any out. So there's going to be a lot of fires in just this one item right here. And I also got this from Pine Fire. Their ferro rod, blaze orange lanyard, and glow in the dark handle. So pretty cool. So let's see how easy this is to light, and we can get this party started. Yep, almost. Alright, now I bet if I could put the fire still right down on it and brace it, it probably would have caught that a couple of sparks earlier, because I could have directed them a little bit better. But very good fire still. It's only the first time I've used it. I took it out last time, I forgot it, or I bought it, had it last time I came out, but I just forgot to bring it. So didn't want to pass up that opportunity this time to see, you know, what the quality was like for these. So once this builds up a little bit more, I'll put all this small stuff on top of it, and we will enjoy our fire for the evening. Because with the thickness of these logs, I doubt I'll have to add any of the larger ones to it. Maybe some small stuff every now and then to kind of keep it going. But all right. And yes, I have learned to just put a huge stack of the really small stuff on in the beginning, because if you don't, you're constantly going to have to add it anyway to build up that heat to get it to start to burn down. So hopefully, you know, I can't remember if I said this in the last video or not, but a lot of people forget to talk about heat when starting a fire and keeping and maintaining a fire, because heat is extremely important. If you don't get enough heat, you cannot make the fire sustainable. But if you can get it hot enough, you can get it to be sustainable even in rain. So it's important to really get that going so that it'll start the process of going downward. So as you can see, Pine Fire has rocked it again with another amazing product. I just love his stuff, so let me go ahead and take a picture of this for Instagram, because we love fire. Everybody loves fire. If you don't love fire, there's something wrong with you. You know, unless it's your house or something. Alright. I will watch this for a little bit, and then we will get back to having fun in a little bit. I may even do some shooting in a few. Easy fire every time. Pine Fire, you rock. Alright, so I have a question for all of you. And that question is, do you push yourself? And if so, when and how often? So obviously you're going to ask, why am I asking this? Well, I'm asking this because when I talked about the fire earlier, and I talked about like that was going to last me a good while, it lasted me a couple hours, and then obviously I had to go get more wood. Now, 90s today, really hot, sweating like crazy, went on a hike. I mean, I only did about 3-4 miles, but still really hot. Still had maybe 10-12 pounds on my back, which isn't a lot. But came back, I had to cut all the firewood to start with, ate, did some shooting, broke up some more firewood, did that again, then realized I'm going to need some bigger logs, and so let's go back at it. So I started cutting down this dead tree, and it's probably that big around. And I'm getting really, really tired halfway through. Now, there was no need for me to keep going. At least I could take a break for 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes if I needed to. I mean, the fire had plenty of small wood around it that I could keep it going. I'm not in a survival situation. There's nothing mission critical right now. So, why would I keep pushing through in order to get down a tree that I don't really need right now, but that I can definitely use in the future? It's because I need to know, I need to teach myself that I can push myself at any time that I need to. And I do this all the time. I try to do it with as often as I can, with as many things as I can. And it's not because I feel like I need to prove a point to anybody. It's I need to prove a point to myself, right? And this is all about the whole preparedness mindset, preparedness lifestyle, right? It's are you ready? Can you perform when a crisis happens? Well, if you never push yourself in every average, everyday life, you know, you're never going to push yourself in a crisis situation because you haven't trained to do so. It's just like shooting. If you haven't trained to do a particular thing, you're not going to do it in a gunfight, right? Or when a home invasion or whatever happens, you're not going to perform like you think you would if you haven't trained to perform that way. Well, so when I come out here, and I do this all the time, I don't talk about it every trip, or I may not even talk about it at all. There's times when I come out here, because I'm of course in the south, it's really hot in the summer, right? And it's really humid. And so it's really easy to just get plain exhausted and just say, you know what, I don't even need a fire tonight, it's hot outside. Yeah, it keeps the bugs down, but I don't need one. I won't cut any more firewood. Well, I do. Why? 2 reasons. 1, love fire. 2, because I need to know, can I push myself at any given time for any given reason, right? I want to be ready no matter what. Now, obviously, I'm not the most fit, athletic, bulky cut, whatever. I mean, I've worked out for years. I haven't done it in a long time. I competed in martial arts. I'm used to pushing myself. I always am self-motivated when it comes to do that. But I've learned over the years that I need to do this even when it's not mission critical, right? Because, I mean, it's all about part of the lifestyle, right? If you want to be ready, if you want to be prepared, if you want to do something when it counts, you got to train for it. I mean, I'm probably going to roll in the shooting video I did right before then. I haven't dry fire practiced in a month. I haven't been to the shooting range in a month. It showed. Because it's a perishable skill. And so it's one of those where there's just, I mean, I still can shoot accurately, But am I scanning for threats at the end of it? Am I holstering too soon? Am I, taking my Oz off or not concentrating on what I'm supposed to be doing? I mean, it was ridiculous how awful it was as far as my standpoint. Like I was hitting what I'm shooting at, but that was it. So just kind of got me into thinking about what I was doing after I was cutting the wood, why I was doing it. And I had to just kind of relate that to the shooting video, or the shooting portion, because it all takes practice, it all takes training, and you got to do it. And if you're not doing it, you're not going to do it when you need to. And so even if you're out camping with the family, you're out camping with friends, or just by yourself like I do all the time, find ways to push yourself, right? If it's hike 2, 3, 5, 10 extra miles, if it's carrying more weight, if it's like just cutting wood longer than you had to, if you're exhausted, keep going, right? Get another tool and keep trying. It's the try to make a fire in a way you've never made it before. Always find a way to challenge and push yourself every chance you get. You will find that it will help you tremendously in every part of your life. I promise you. Alright guys, I'm going to try to get some lights strung up and enjoy the rest of it. Hey guys, welcome back. It is morning, and well, it's about 8 o'clock. I woke up at about 7, and I've kind of just been laying here hanging out, enjoying the very cool morning. So it feels really good out here. I didn't even have to get in my sleeping bag last night, which was really nice because of how good the weather was. It did start drizzling for a little bit, but it stayed real light, so it wasn't bad at all. Brought everything in here under the tarp just in case it started raining last night, but it didn't. So just a few things that I was testing out last night, just in case you are curious. The WowTac headlamp. This is the A2. Hopefully you can see that. No, it's kind of dark under here. Now, I've been EDCing this every day as a pocket light because I have one of these. And if you've seen other reviews and people have it, they've all complained that it doesn't come with a pocket clip, and it does not, but I have a solution, so stay tuned for the review. The Top Perfect power supply, testing out that. The review will be coming real soon. I've already been using this a whole bunch. I know you saw this around my neck a whole bunch yesterday. The Mora Eldris, right? This is a cool, cool little knife. Spyderco Military. I love this knife. Review coming soon. I got a lot of knife reviews to do, guys, so you got to stay tuned. And the Battle Horse knives, like I said, I believe it's called the Scout. So, not to mention, I still haven't done my review on the Silky Gomboy and the Cold Steel Warhawk. That'll be coming soon as well. Guys, there's a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of videos coming out. Sorry I've gotten behind with moving and didn't get outdoors nearly as much this summer as I thought I was going to, because we didn't intend on selling the house until an offer comes by that you just can't refuse, right? Alright guys, glad to bring you along. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, be prepared, have fun, and we'll see you again.